Caitlin Clark just got ranked 4 on Forbes' Most Powerful Women in Sports list. She's transformed the WNBA, broken every attendance record, and become one of the most marketable athletes on the planet. But here's the problem. Her Nike deal is being called actual robbery by industry insiders. Rachel DeMita from Courtside Club just went viral saying Caitlin's $28 million Nike contract over 8 years is the biggest joke, and that she should be making $28 million per year, not over nearly a decade. Even Sonny Vaccaro, the legendary Nike executive who signed Michael Jordan, says they messed up and that Caitlin should have gotten a piece of everything like Jordan did. Fans are calling it malpractice. Dave Portnoy said Nike is stealing from her. And when you compare her deal to NBA players who have a fraction of her impact, the numbers are absolutely insane. Let's break down exactly how Caitlin Clark got robbed and why this could be the worst athlete deal in modern sports history. Here's where this gets really interesting. Sonny Vaccaro, the former Nike executive who literally signed Michael Jordan to his first Nike deal in 1984, came out and said Caitlin's team messed up. She should have gotten a piece of everything. Just like Michael Jordan, Vaccaro told TMZ. I'm saying to you, they messed up. They should have held on to the last drop. Let's talk about Jordan's deal for context. In 1984, Jordan signed his first Nike contract for $2.5 million over 5 years. That's $500,000 per year, which in today's money is about $1.5 million annually. So actually less than Caitlin's deal in inflation-adjusted terms. But here's the key difference. Jordan got 5% royalties on all his branded products. That royalty structure turned his modest Nike deal into a goldmine that's made him over $1.8 billion from Nike over his career. Michael Jordan's net worth is now around $3.5 billion according to Forbes, largely because of that royalty deal. Does Caitlin have royalties in her Nike contract? Nobody knows. The financial structure of her deal remains undisclosed. And that's terrifying because if she doesn't have meaningful royalties or equity participation, she's leaving potentially hundreds of millions of dollars on the table. Sneaker insider Nick DePaula told Front Office Sports, I think when Caitlin's shoe comes out it can be a $150 million business. It could become a top 5 signature franchise across basketball. A top 5 signature franchise. That means her shoe could be selling alongside LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, and maybe Giannis or KD. And if she's not getting a significant cut of those sales through royalties, Nike is making a fortune while Caitlin gets her flat $3.5 million per year. That's why Vaccaro and others are saying her team dropped the ball. They should have held out for equity. They should have demanded royalties. They should have structured the deal so Caitlin benefits from the massive success everyone knew was coming. Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports absolutely went off on this deal, and he made a comparison that exposes just how insane this situation really is. They're paying Devin Booker, I think, $40 million a year, Portnoy said on the Courtside Club podcast. So in what universe is Devin Booker worth $40 million a year and Caitlin's worth $8 million? It's insane. Let's break this down. Devin Booker, the Phoenix Suns shooting guard, signed a 5-year $50 million extension with Nike in 2018, which was later extended in 2022. He's reportedly making around $40 million per year now. Devin Booker is a great NBA player. But let's be honest about cultural impact. How many casual sports fans can name Devin Booker? How many arenas sell out specifically because Devin Booker is playing? How many people bought Phoenix Suns tickets for the first time in their lives because of Booker? Now ask those same questions about Caitlin Clark. The answers aren't even close. Caitlin is a cultural phenomenon who transcends her sport in a way that maybe 5 or 6 basketball players in the world can claim. And she's making $3.5 million per year while Booker makes $40 million. That's not a gender pay gap, that's a recognition gap. Nike hasn't properly valued what Caitlin Clark means to their brand. Portnoy continued. 8-year $28 million deal is stealing. 8 years $80 million minimum is her worth, and that's still probably too cheap. I hope she has an early opt-out if they don't pay up when she blows through this deal. And that's the other problem. It's an 8-year deal. Caitlin is locked into this contract until 2032. She'll be 30 years old before she can renegotiate. If her signature shoe becomes a $150 million annual business like experts predict, she'll be watching Nike rake in profits while she's stuck at $3.5 million per year. But wait, it gets worse. Not only is Caitlin underpaid, but Nike is completely botching the rollout of her signature shoe. Her deal was signed in April 2024. It's now October 2025. A year and a half later, and there's still no signature shoe. It's supposed to launch in 2026, but insiders are saying Nike is delaying it to prioritize other players first. YouTuber Mick Talks Hoops exposed this. The people in Nike have said, basically she is not getting her signature shoe anytime soon. Basically because they need to give A'ja Wilson her shoe first. they'll release a Paige Bjorker's shoe. Bjorker's is getting her shoe. They did not do the same for Caitlin Clark. Think about how insane that is. Caitlin Clark is the most popular basketball player in the world right now, outside of maybe Stephen Curry. She's literally changing the economics of an entire professional sports league. And Nike is making her wait in line behind other players. Aja Wilson is a great player and a multiple-time MVP. But does she have Caitlin's cultural impact? Does she fill arenas in cities that don't even have WNBA teams? No. Paige Bjorkers hasn't even played a WNBA game yet, and she's getting a signature shoe before Caitlin. This is one of the biggest fumbles in sports marketing history, according to multiple analysts. Nike had lightning in a bottle, and they're just sitting on it, waiting, delaying. While Caitlin's cultural moment is right now. Every month Nike waits is millions of dollars in lost revenue. And more importantly, it's a slap in the face to Caitlin, who's out here carrying an entire league on her back, while Nike can't even rush her signature shoe to market. So who's to blame for this disaster? A lot of people are pointing fingers at Caitlin's agent, Erin Kane from Excel Sports Management. Kane actually made the Forbes Most Powerful Women list herself at 25, largely because she negotiated Caitlin's Nike deal. But fans are not impressed. What she did with CC's deal is unthinkable, one fan wrote. The agent that brokered this deal should have been fired on the spot, said another. Rachel DeMita called the deal actual robbery and said Caitlin should be earning $28 million annually, not over 8 years. I don't love that they put in this Nike deal, DeMita said. She should be getting $28 million a year from Nike. I cannot wait until her signature shoe drops. I just want to see how those fly off the shelves. But here's the reality. Kane negotiated this deal before Caitlin played in the WNBA, before anyone knew for certain that she'd be this transformative. Without precedent, it was difficult to push Nike for more, especially when competitors like Under Armour and Adidas were also bidding. The problem is the deal structure. If it doesn't include significant performance bonuses, revenue sharing, or royalties, then yes, it's one of the worst athlete deals in modern history. But we don't know those details yet, because Nike and Excel haven't disclosed the full terms. What we do know is this. Caitlin Clark is the most powerful woman in sports, according to Forbes. She's transformed a league, she's driving cultural conversations, and she's making a fraction of what male athletes with less impact are earning from Nike. Whether it's the agent's fault, Nike's fault, or just unfortunate timing, the result is the same. Caitlin Clark appears to have been massively undervalued. And unless there are secret clauses we don't know about, she's locked into this deal until 2030. The only hope, that there is an opt-out clause, or that Nike renegotiates early to avoid the PR nightmare of underpaying the woman who's literally changing their business. What do you think? Is this the worst athlete deal in sports history? Did her agent drop the ball? Or is Nike just refusing to properly value women athletes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this breakdown opened your eyes to what's really going on with athlete contracts, hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications for more deep dives into sports business. Thanks for watching.